So Fred follows after a hallucination of a pair of slippers and into the outskirts of the city. Here, his talking shoe convinces him to save an old man holding a bottle of prune juice.
Wait, what the fuck did I just say? That's gotta be one of the weirdest sentences I've ever heard.
One last battle, for old time's sake, sons of bitches, I ain't got all day.
The old man runs off, and Fred is finally too exhausted to continue and has to rest on a park bench, where he makes a startling discovery.
Let's see, new discovery. Scientists find new breed of worm. Unlike the Rott worm, which first kills the host, then turns them into a puppet zombie, the brain worm is less lethal and acts more like a traditional parasite. Brain worm symptoms include partial memory loss, rapid age progression, confusion, hallucinations, and the telltale sign, hearing voices. Worm's a worm. Who cares what species it is? Didn't you read the symptoms? Hearing voices, age progression? It's all malarkey. You can't believe everything you read. So you don't think we're infected with brain worms? Trust me, I'd know if I had brain worms. I don't know about that, Fred. You're pretty stupid. Shut up, Walker. I had enough of your aggravation for one day.
Okay, so maybe Fred didn't really make the discovery, but his shoe sure as hell knows what's going on. Actually, note to self, if my shoe ever starts talking to me, don't discount its opinions. Though, you think I might have bigger problems at that point?
Now Fred continues following his hallucination out of the city and into the countryside, because, as we all know, that's the best place to find a good shoe store. Where there just happens to be a very convenient thunderstorm on the way. So as it starts to rain, he's forced to find the only cover he can manage, and this is where everything starts to fall apart.
Listen, Fred, you're nothing without me. If it wasn't for me, you'd be long dead in a gutter somewhere. I'm the one that saved us all those times. So this is where it ends, huh, Walker? Us two fighting each other like a pair of jackasses. Face it, Fred, I think we have worms. We can't have worms. What about my new slippers? Seriously, Fred, take those slippers and shove them up your ass already.
Alright, show fans, who's been wanting to say that line?
Why me? I was always so careful. I never drank water. I didn't want to say it, but you took a bath a year ago. A bath? I don't remember taking a bath. Well, you did. Damn it. Why me? You're no better than anybody else. Think while you still can. You only got one life, Fred. And we're out of time.
Wow. Alright, that was a fucked up ending. Oh god, you mean there's more? How long is this movie?
So as we continue along this awkward journey, we encounter a couple familiar faces. We see John here continuing his pillaging of convenience stores, and our newly zombified old friend Fred, with Walker.
Whoa, what happened, old man? The worms took over, huh? I found you those slippers you were looking for.
But once again, John doesn't really stay around for very long as he gets beautifully ripped apart. Really, the main point of the rest of the movie seems to be to show that even as a zombie, Fred is still fighting against the worms in his head. Through some of his actions, you can still see that he's managed to hold on to some glimpses of his humanity. However, for the most part, he's still losing that battle.
That's not the way to get ahead in life.
Okay, so now it's 8 days later, though that doesn't really seem to have any bearing on the story whatsoever. I mean, it's never told us the timeline before. When we saw the military computers, it never told us the timeline. And it's never even really told us how long this outbreak has been going on in the first place, so whatever, fuck it. So these three guys are loading supplies into the truck, and this kid here is supposed to be their cover. And the driver just keeps talking about finding his wife that's somewhere in the city, and a shipment of donuts that they're supposed to pick up. Then some zombies attack, of course, including our good old buddy Fred here. And the kid just seems to be too petrified to shoot. At least, that's the only explanation I could come up with. So when the kid finally does decide to shoot, he kills this guy, and then he freaks out. And the driver is completely oblivious to this entire scene.
Jimmy! Where the hell's Larry? Well, weren't you supposed to cover him? Don't go anywhere.
You'll never be the head of a major corporation.
The next thing that we come to find out is that the nurse from the beginning is actually the truck driver's wife that he's been looking for. So he tries to talk to her about bringing her back home and everything, and overall it's a pretty pointless scene, but I guess it's kind of funny.
Zombies are people too. They can be civilized. That's right. There's still hope. At least you're still in one piece. We could glue that back on for you. It's not a problem.
And of course it just ends in him being eaten and her getting her head ripped off, so...
Not a good time to lose one's head.
So now we get to see some more of Fred as he manages to continue being at least somewhat human. Though the worms are still able to control him most of the time against his will. He continues to try to fight against the zombies in whatever ways that he can find.
It's a shame he wasn't more headstrong.
Okay, that'll do.
Okay.
Okay, so now we start to get some serious plot foreshadowing that's kind of obvious anyway, and it's just shoved right in our face in the form of Zombie Fate product advertisements just floating clear across the screen. So, does anybody think that Zombie Fate may have some kind of role in the end of this movie? The scene sure does go on long enough though, huh? Alright, I think we've gotten the point. Not getting any younger here. Oh, looks like it might almost be over. Come on. And I'm spent. Holy shit, it's the old man with the prune juice. But why is he trying to grab a picture on a billboard? So the old man had Zombie Fate in his prune juice bottle, and we see that when Fred tries to take it, the worms reject it. I think that this sanitation crew was really only put in here to show that somewhere out there, somebody's actually doing something to try to take care of the zombie situation. I don't know. Fred finally encounters the old man with the medicine and the prune juice bottle, and the old man tries to talk Fred to his senses.
But you gotta use your brain. Last time I read the paper, they said the worms control 95%. There's still 5% you can use. You can understand. Listen to what I'm saying. Resist the worms. They're only there to suck you dry. Take a stand. Be a man. Fight the worms.
So what does good old Fred do then? He starts kicking some zombie ass and saves the day. It's not too often you see zombies killing their own kind. It's pretty cool. Okay, so what the hell just happened? Did the zombie fate give him a heart attack? Behold the power, zombie fate. Is that really the only explanation that we get for what the fuck just happened here? I guess it is.
And it just leaves us with that message. Think while you still can. Well, I'm thinking, I actually kind of liked it. You know, what's really crazy is that this guy, Frank Sudol, created the entire thing all on his own. Like, seriously, his name is the only one in the credits. So, that was my obscure review of City of Rott. Thank you for watching.